Okay, so while I was in the midst of the last video, I thought about someone else. That story isn't about this someone else. That's going to have to be the next one. This one I want to make because I remembered that I lied. So that was my second date while abroad, and they were still several years apart. So the first date I went on, I was living in Fiji. And Fiji, I hope y'all know where Fiji is. So when I told people I was moving to Fiji, they got it so confused. One friend was like, Fuji. I was like, Fuji's not a place. Mount Fuji is in Japan. Fiji is an island in the South Pacific. So a lot of people didn't know where Fiji was when I decided I was moving there. But anyway, so this was in Fiji. So this was like 2018. Because I got to Fiji early that year, actually kind of maybe mid. So I was supposed to start in Jan. I didn't get there till April. Jan in January. I didn't get there till April. So I think I met this person later that year. So probably much later that year. He is an American. And again, I say is because hopefully the man is still alive. He's an American. And the reason that's important because you don't get a lot of Black Americans in Fiji. I think when I was there was probably like 3 of us on the whole freaking island. And excuse me, islands, because Fiji has like 300 plus islands, a part of its nation. So there was probably like 3 of us there. And so I forgot how I met this person. I think I was near the university in Suva. I think it's called, it's USP, but I can't remember what the University of South Pacific. So USP. I was near the university. He heard me speaking and I sound American. And so he approached me. We exchanged information. And so we planned to go on a date. So now, mind you, if you've watched my last video, I do not like dinner dates. I do not like dinner dates. I find them very boring. And so I told him this. He invited me to go out to a restaurant. I said, I don't like dinner dates. So I found a live music situation that was occurring. And I said, let's do this instead. And so he agreed. We get there. There's a restaurant on premises. Where do you think we spent our entire date? In the freaking restaurant. I didn't get to see the woman perform. I could only hear the music through the restaurant. It just came wafting like through the windows. I was pissed. I was so mad. And yeah, so we spent the entire day in the restaurant, and needless to say, I didn't go out with him again. We did keep in contact. Again, he's an expat. He was also, or Black American immigrant, whatever, term y'all feel comfortable with. I know expat is an elitist term, but whatever. So we kept in contact. He had actually done some traveling. And again, I want to get to know people. So when I found out that he had actually been to Africa, Fiji was my first step outside of the U.S. I had never traveled outside of the U.S. until I moved to Fiji. So he had lived in Africa, and he had been to, I think he had lived in New Zealand. And so wanting to hear his story, that's what I wanted. He wanted a plate of food. And so that was my first date outside of the U.S. And like I said, many, 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 many years later, there was a second. And yeah, that's what it's been.